Hello everyone, this is Namita Shukla once again back to you with our new topic today, and the new topic is time management. So let's understand what is time management. What do you really think is time management? Is it honestly managing time? I don't think so. I think time management in real terms is managing ourselves, managing yourself. What do you want in life is very important for you to know to manage your time later on. And for that, we have 3 P's to be precise, to know, how to make our work easier, life easier, and managing our time easier. So the first P is planning. Doing anything in life, trust me on that. कुछ भी हम जिंदगी में करना चाहते हैं उसके लिए प्लान होना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. We need to have a plan if we want to achieve any goal in our life. Failing to plan is actually planning to fail. If you will fail to plan, to think about it, that what you are going to do, how you are going to do, if you will forget this important small tip, then you are actually planning that you will probably fail in whatever objective you are trying to set for yourself, you want to do. So you must plan. The second important P of time management is, guess what? Prioritization. Prioritization is something which is very, very important for you to understand that what is it that is actually matters in your life. What is it that matters in your life? What is there which comes first in your life? What is it that comes second in your life? Now, how do you know that? What is important for you? In fact, that reminds me, I was doing a session on time management with Symbiosis College, and one student asked me this question that, ma'am, can you tell me or can you help me with what is important in my life? For a second, I thought to myself, I need to tell him what is important for you in your life. But then I had an idea. So what he had asked me, I think it's a valid question which we all want to know. So what I told him is, if we are unable to decide that what is goal, what is the most important goal in our life, how do we know that what do we like, was precisely that he had asked me. So I told him, you should take out old books, you should take out old magazines, newspapers, and you should start cutting the pictures. जो भी पिक्चर अच्छी लगती है उसको कट करते जाओ. Start cutting those pictures and then make a collage out of it. Stick them. And once you stick those pictures in a collage, then you look at it and you will find some similarity. There will be something which probably is reflecting in those pictures. It may be pictures of, if you are a guy, you may find cricket pictures, you may find football pictures of the players, or you may find some entrepreneurs, or you may find the CEOs. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is, you will be able to understand that what is it that is attracting you. What is it where you should put in your energies? Because when we start enjoying something, I enjoy talking to you, so it is not a work for me. You start enjoying it, you start benefiting from it, you don't realize you are actually working, and you need to find that goal for yourself. I found one for myself. So then when I had asked him this question, after a couple of minutes, he comes back again to me. And then he says, ma'am, what do you think, that I should do a job or I should do business? So during this second question, when he had asked me, what I told him was that what I see from you is you are contemplating that job may not be a good idea or business may not be a good idea. So why don't you cut the pictures and find it for yourself? So then after a couple of minutes, he comes back again to me. And now what he says? Now he says, ma'am, I have entrepreneurs on this collage. So do you think I am 24 years old? Is it that I am too late for it? I was wondering, whenever you have to say something, whenever someone is seeking advice to you, when does that advice becomes better? when you add some weight on it, you know, I'm quite fond of Robert Kiyosaki. I said you must read books about him. He was a millionaire, he lost everything, he started again, and he again became a millionaire. And not only him, there are many other people in our life who have done very well at different ages, who've become successful, and who have reached at some point in your life. You will be able to find one for yourself. So coming back to prioritization. So first P was planning, do not forget. The second P was prioritization. If today I have to plan my day, as we've already discussed that we cannot fail planning, because if we are going to fail to make a plan, we are planning to fail ourselves. So what we are supposed to do is we are going to make our to-do list, which is very common. All of us, we make that to-do list for ourselves. Write that to-do list for tomorrow, and in front of that to-do list write A, write B, write C, write D. So what you are trying to do here is you are trying to prioritize, A being the utmost important task that you have to do tomorrow. You are prioritizing, you are deciding what is more important for you. He asked me, ma'am, if there is an emergency. So I said, you write that as well. Writing makes it go to our head. You write it that if there is something really important which comes up, everything else, emergency goes on top. But before emergency doesn't come every day, mind you. Emergency comes only one of those days, right? So you have to stick to that A to Z list. So next day when comes and now you feel like doing D over A. I'm sorry, you're not allowed to do that. A comes first. D comes after C. You cannot take D before A. So you have to prioritize. What is more important in our life, you know? We get stuck. What is important? What is urgent? And where do we end up? We start doing urgent works. Because of the urgent work, the important takes a backseat. So we need to make those windows. We need to make a window. What are important things for tomorrow? What are urgent things for tomorrow? So that what we are here trying to do is we are trying to make important things come up as well by doing the urgent things before the deadlines. So we are going to discuss about what are the obstacles that we find in time management. But first, let's stick to our P's. So we need to figure that out. What are the big rocks of our life? You know, there is a professor we keep on seeing on WhatsApp where we have big stones, where we have small stones, where we have rocks, where we have water. And we need to fill everything up in the jar. If you are going to put these small stones first and then bigger stones, or then sand, or before that water, everything is going to be topsy-turvy and you won't be able to fit in everything there. So this is teaching us we need to maintain a balance in our life. We need to put big rocks first. So you have to understand what is most important for you. And today, if I'm going to take my parents for granted, or someone near and dear to one for me, my family for granted, maybe tomorrow your family is going to take you granted. Start prioritizing. Start finding those important people in your life. Start giving them time as on time today. Today is very important. Tomorrow is important, but more than tomorrow, today is more important. Yesterday has gone, is past. Accept it, embrace it, learn from those mistakes what you have made. So that was about prioritization by setting up goals. To learn how to set your goals, you can go back to one of my videos where setting goals is there, and you can learn from it in detail about goal setting, that how goals need to be specific, the goals need to be measurable, the goals need to get aligned with the outer circle of your life. Like if I say I want to lose weight and then I don't decide how much I want to do, I may not be able to lose even 1 kg at all, right? So you can learn about it more in detail from that video. Coming back to prioritization, we need to know how are we prioritizing our work? By setting our goal, by learning what is the goal in my life, and then coming back to my to-do list, to the jobs which have been assigned to me, which I'm supposed to do, which I'm expected to do tomorrow, and then prioritizing them accordingly. Now, what is the third P? The third P, the most important P here as well, is procrastination. Do you have an idea what is procrastination? At times what happens is this one single paper is lying in my drawer, maybe for days, for months, for ages, and I'm thinking, what? I will do it tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow. At times I want to read a book and I'm unable to read the book because every time I think I will do it tomorrow. So how can you avoid this procrastination? Step 1, pull the chair. Step 2, sit on the chair. Step 3, open the book. Step 4, start reading. How difficult it is? Trust me, it is difficult. It is still difficult because we are unable to do these 4 steps completely. So we need to identify that where are we getting stuck, and then we are supposed to work upon ourselves. Back to the equation. So the 3 P's which we discussed today was, the first was planning, the second was prioritization. The first P was planning, the second P is prioritization, where we are deciding what is more important for us, what comes next, and the third P was procrastination. From procrastination, we are even learning that what are the time wasters, or what are the things because of which we kind of start wasting our time. So you can decide for yourself that what are your time wasters. But at times I feel inability to say no. When I cannot say no to the other person, I am wasting the time. The work which we are doing is not important for me, is not related to my goals, still I am doing it. Why? Because I am unable to say no. So a very important tool for time management is you need to learn to say no, which is another one of my YouTube videos where you can learn how to say no for the things. For the things which are not related or unrelated to your goal, you need to learn to say no. You know guys, there is something which we need to know. We can make money. We can make lots of money. But there's one thing which we cannot make is time. An inch of gold also will not make you buy that time. So we need to understand how important or how precious is time. If today I say that I give you $86,400, what are you going to do with that money? You are thinking, even I am thinking. And I am thinking good enough that I am not going to waste even that one single dollar. I am going to save that money, right? I am going to spend it carefully. I will be mindful of what I am going to do with that money. So these 86,400 is not money, is actually the number of seconds which you get in a day. 24 hours, 60 minutes and 60 seconds. So what I'm trying to make you understand is when we say time is money, in real terms, it is money. But how lightly we take time. We think we have time, so today we can just sit idle, we can just waste it. It is precious. Just think that tomorrow you may not be there. What are you going to do then if you are not there tomorrow? You are going to make your today is special. That's how we need to live every day of our life, thinking that today is a special day or is an important day. We need to know priorities. We need to know what is important. We need to plan in advance. We just cannot waste which we are blessed. At times there is something like we are stuck in traffic. Now what do? That is a gift of time which you have got. You can make a call to your mom, you can listen to the music rather than cribbing about the traffic which is around you. You can utilize that time. You have pressed the lift button. The lift is taking a couple of minutes and coming down. What are you supposed to do? You can breathe in and you can breathe out. When we say we don't have time for meditation, that is a 1 minute or that is a 60-second meditation which you can follow, which is going to enrich you, which is going to make you or who you are. You know, in our day, during the day, we all know what is the prime time of my day. Means I'm a morning person, I'm an evening person. I can work late in the night and I can do things. I can get up early 4 o'clock, but after 10 o'clock I can't work. So you need to find for yourself कि मेरा prime time क्या है? What is the prime time for me during the day? And you should do the most important works during that time. You should try planning your most important task, your ABC, during that prime time of the day. You should make a window. We must respect time, because if we are going to respect time, time is going to respect us back. Discipline is as important as any other virtue in our life. We need to have discipline in our life. We are human beings. That makes us what we are. That is one of the secrets of success as well. One of the mantras. You know, time management, the first generation, they were trying to really work hard how to manage time, making, writing what are important works to be done, but time could not be managed. Then they started making calendars, writing it on the dates that these are the works which have to be done in the calendar, so that you can memorize it, you can open it. Then you started setting reminders for yourself. Still time could not be managed. Then finally, how did we manage time? We managed time by managing ourselves. And when I say manage yourself, you need to know, you need to relate with the goals of your life. Once you know your goal, whether it is a health goal, it is a financial goal, I don't care, that is your goal. You need to decide that this is the goal of my life. And then as per that goal, you need to set your priorities. You need to plan your day. We all need to know that what is it that we actually want in life, and then we are supposed to maintain a balance. If we have our family, we have our office, we have to have a balance of life. We have to have that cycle, because if we'll go any one side, we may have topsy-turvy and we may topple down. So we need to learn to maintain that balance. For that balance, the discipline is important. For that discipline, the prioritization is important. If you have kids, it is your responsibility. You are the parents. You have to give time to your children. You have work, you have parents. It is your responsibility. So you have to balance it out, whatever you are doing. So that was something which I have learned over the period of time. I have shared with a lot of students around. I thought it's worth sharing today in this video as well. I hope you had fun. You had some learning as well at the same time. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel below. Namita Shukla.